Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture 174. 174, yes. Nonetheless, nothing less than 174. Workers' Resources, Workers' Resources, Soviet Republic. Game has been initialized. God damn it, these buildings took a long time to build. I think we started them in like April or something. And it's now July. So yes, they were quite complicated and involved many steps. Yes, and I remember that from building them in other places now. But this is about to be done. There it is, finished. And one is finished since before, and this one might be finished soon. As soon as they get their 790 kilograms of electrical components. And since this one is finished and this one is finished, I want to get rid of this building, you see. I think it is a bit too close to the train station and such. So we move the people out there a bit. And then we sort of demolish it. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. And in a cloud of dust, gone it is. There, doesn't that feel a lot more breathier and such? I don't know, but it's something. And now we can allow citizens to move in, and this one's finished too, great. They take out the overlay of the number of free flats and see how they're coming along here with moving in. But it went away. Didn't I tick the box? Always show overlay. $440 ready to go. Ready to move in and start their new lives. There are so many opportunities. You could get on a train, work in the steel mill or chemical plant. You can get on an aeroplane. Sounds fancy, but you end up working in a coal mine if you do. Or you could go to the electrical complex, or you could go do very important stuff by working at one of the food factories or the meat industry. But the brewery, let's not forget about that. One of the most important things we have. Or you could be a police officer investigating a serious crime at the Utopia Shopping Center. Yes, we still don't have a form of higher education in this town. Nope, and we're not going there. We commute the students to the capital. Is this still the capital? Yes, it is. This may be a lot bigger, this town, in terms of population. But let's look at this. All map, population, sort by population, please. The Utopia is by far the largest, but the PPP, actually there should be yet another P here, because this is the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture proper. It was established the 17th of February 1968. That's not quite correct, because 1960 was when we probably moved the center of town a little bit. That's what did it. PPP still has the most number of buildings though. Yes. Järn is at a steady 8,000 population. Perelov, where the hell is Perelov? It's one of the mountain towns that don't do anything. They're just there. Unemployment is about 50%. That's good. Okay, you now have no free flats in this. We still have adults living with their parents. We still have a few more of these coming up. But they'll be gone in no time. Wonder if we will have enough space at the kindergartens. Most likely not. This one has a lot of space though. And the school system, will that cope with all this? Maybe not. But this I don't like that the footpath is sort of underneath the building here. So take a bit of that away. Yes. There we go. You couldn't do like something here? No. That does not look clean or good. But that's okay. Nothing does really around here in the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. And now you're missing boards. They have so many construction phases to them. This finishing interior. That's pretty nice touch by the mod making person. Mod making community content provider. I'd say that is a bit more complicated to build. It has a few phases and it uses different materials for different phases and so on. Yes. This is impressive. There's 700 people now standing around waiting at the train platform. That's not enough to fill, or that we can't even fit that on a train. Oh, let's take 500. Yeah, that's lovely. Steel mill running at 100%. Chemical plant running at 100%. Yet another chemical plant not running at 100%. Tell us this. You must be running. It's quite imperative that you're running at 100% actually to keep making plastics and electronics and whatnot. These buses are not filled. Of course not. It's in Utopia where we have had quite a bit of construction going on, and there are probably 400 workers here. That's why I'd imagine we're not getting quite as many people on the buses as we used to. Another thing to take into consideration is if we want a second oil refinery, we need to get workers out there in great amounts, in a large quantity. Yes. How are we supposed to accomplish that? We have the roads and we have buses. Yes, but that buses might not cut it because we need 1,000 workers in total. 2 times 500. Only a train can really accomplish such a thing. Yes. Unemployment, 65 unemployed workers. None, basically then. Here's some bus line petroleum workers creeping along. This is an old thing. It takes workers from somewhere down here. This bus platform it takes workers from and drives them over to the oil refinery. Yeah. This oil refinery is not running very well for the time being. Neither. Could be due to the same fact. Okay. Yes. And the ship with raw petroleum is out, which ought to mean that it gets pumped over to here. Yes, it does. A little bit, anyway. Okay, so in Utopia we have this now, and that must be like the cap on Utopia. I think we can't really cram more buildings in. It is starting to look not so great. We almost have the power plant surrounded now with buildings. On one side it has high voltage lines and a railroad, and then it is residential buildings up to the very edge of it. That's filled with children. If we could have like a small kindergarten here. Very suitable to have a kindergarten right next to the train tracks. The children can play along with the trains. Safe. Very safe. Well, lots of fun. Okay, yes, I've been speaking about furthering the oil extraction, and I have actually furthered the oil extraction, or at least planned for furthering the oil extraction quite a bit now. Oh, it's a lot quieter out here. Listen to, or rather not listen to, the noise. We can listen to the birds tweeting what they're doing. Yes, I think when we last looked out here, we were about, this oil field, or this, this is what we did. Then I've since gone ahead and done a bit more. Look at map, enlarge, enhance, zoom in. You see, we now have all of this is taken care of. There's actually something up there that we haven't touched. But all the way down here is planned for anyway. It's not completely done yet. And also all of this stuff is not actually built yet. It's built to about... it's built to this point. This is built. So this pumping. They are pumping. Great. This though is not built. The roads have been built, but the derricks and the pumping stations and pipes and so on, they have not. That's what we're going to do now. And here we can turn up the speed. We can have it start by doing electricity maybe. Oh, there was a bit of road missing. There's also lots of underground pipe work too. There's an enormous amount of pipes to be built here. One of these, 28 tons of steel for that bit. So imagine all of this, when that comes together, it adds up to quite a bit. It's a good thing that the steel mill is running at 100% then. So I don't think it's going to be much of an issue for us. More electrical infrastructure. And maybe also, let's see here, is this fire protected? Come to think of it, we have a fire station here. How much does this cover? That covers that, covers there, but it... I'm not sure, we don't have any finished buildings further away, but that might be about the limit of it. Okay. No, but it covers that one. In either case, I think it would make pretty good sense to have a second, whatever it is in the numbering of things. Yet another fire station out here somewhere. Helicopter-driven automated thing. Preferably if we could have it somewhere where there is already electricity, like around here. There ought to be electricity. There's a switch. Where's the substation then? There's a substation. It's not going to work to have it there, but here we could have it. Somewhere. Yes, here we could definitely have it. State infrastructure, emergency, fire station. Fire station. As usual, I didn't think to look if this was actually covered by the substation or not, but it has to be because it's right there. Yes, it has to be. And a little heliport. There you go. Taxiway, no, not a taxiway, a road. There you go. We have quite a bit of construction traffic, and we go look at this end of thing. Look at this. Lots of traffic. Here they're loading up on the gravel. Here they're loading up on whatever. Electrical components. Are you keeping up with this gravel demand? Yeah, sort of. They even have a dumper here that is not even doing anything. Now this distribution office brings all the stuff to here, and then we take it out of here for further building. There's quite a bit of traffic. Yes, we are demanding quite a bit of building, so that's why there is quite a bit of traffic. Another thing of note is that if you look here, the road, yes, the road, it actually now goes all the way down to coal mining town, and therefore the circle is complete. And now we have a highway that goes. The original one was through here, through the fields, and down to here. And now there is also this leg that goes up there. We should one day have a ride along with a nice vehicle, maybe. Take us through it all. Yes, but it won't be this evening, but it will be some evening. This, yeah, they're coming along here too. Very nice. This should be an asphalt road in the middle here. This bit. To sort of keep it looking good, since we're all about having it look good. This bit maybe too. Yes. This bridge, is anyone working on it? Yes. Sort of, but I think if we do that, we also get the helicopters involved, don't we? They seem to be busy. What are you doing? The unfinished road 2136 you're working on? What's that? Is that this bit that I just upgraded? I see. Great. Just this bridge that I wish we have gotten a bit further on. And here there are even more oil derricks now, or plans for them anyway. Because, and it's not only the oil derricks that we need. We also need pumping stations, electrical substation. But I think I just managed to sneak that road underneath the road. Not what we wanted. We wanted something like this. But you haven't finished all the way. Okay. Get the construction officers signed. But I see you're working on it. You just haven't finished it yet, but it is, what should we call it, assigned as such to the construction offices, which is the important bit. So that it will be done. Oh, and here is a little bit. Can't leave that as a gravel road. No, there we go. Right. So whenever this gets done, we will have a bit more. Oh, now we can assign this too. What's on your to-do list? Plenty of things. I mean, to get workers out here, if we look, see if there's a bus coming. There is a bus coming. How far have you gotten? These workers live in Utopia, I would think. Where do you live? Yes, Utopia People's Palace, flats number 3. You have to travel for a bit to get out here, but so far you've traveled on this, sat on this bus for 1 hour. Your hard limit is 4 hours. I think that we still have like 1.5 or 2 hours to spare or something when they reach their destination, so it's all very good. Yeah, 2 children here, Siegfrieds. Good for you. Although you seem to eat a lot. 14 kilograms of food and 9.5 kilograms of meat, 2.8 kilograms of electronics. But you're a happy person. Your productivity is 121%. Fantastic. Model citizen. Crime 1%. 35% drunk. Oh, it's a reasonable amount. But don't know why I keep stopping here, but yeah, you say 2 hours, 10 minutes. It will be about 2.5 hours before they make it to the final destination. So we have plenty of time. Yeah, 2 hours, 20 minutes. It was riding on the bus. That's a hard limit. When you hit that, they teleport home, you see. But this total time traveling 5 hours out of 5 hours, that's the way you can draw over. But when you do, that's when they buy more food and so on. They get more hungry. Okay, electricity, no voltage. Quite yet though. This switch isn't finished. We don't have electricity there neither. Where do we have electricity? Now we do have electricity at the transformer. That's great. And here there's still a lot more work to be done. Oh, here's another switch and more on substations and pipes. How much of the pipes have we done? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, we take all of this maybe. Sure, all of that. Pipes. Some of them had already been done, and this one, that one. That will allow this to add to pump to the oil production. Expanding the oil fields here. If you look at the domestic production of resources, that's not in there. It's in here. Domestic overall, and if we take it back like a few years, see if we can make out. Yeah, you can see it has gone up slightly, right? I think so. In the last few years. So we're pumping more oil. Good. Very good. fuel was down for a while. That's when we redid the pipes surrounding the oil refinery. It turned out pretty well. No, it's just as messy as it was before. No, it's not as messy as it was before. It's a lot better now. Yes. UF6 stood completely still there. That must have been when the chemical plant was standing still, because I had forgotten to replant the trees for quite a while. Yes, I think so. We're missing concrete and asphalt. Yes, is that coming? Yeah, this is concrete is coming here at 100 kilometers per hour over the bridge, and now it's turning dark, so you will go slightly slower. 82. Can we see how far away, like the construction office distance workers? No, we can't. It doesn't calculate further than 4 kilometers or something, it would seem. It's a very long drive from the concrete plant out to here, put it that way. But we're not building another concrete plant on the mainland. We have one, and one will suffice. Also, that we're not building a whole lot more. We're just finishing the oil extraction. Yes. Do you think that the buildings in Utopia have finished yet? All of them? Maybe. You can go and have a look. They have. This has -1 free flat. There's occupancy for some reason. Right. Oh, lots of people waiting in front here, but we can increase staffing a little bit and maybe it will alleviate. Wouldn't hurt to have a second sports facility on this side of town, maybe. What would that be then? For citizens. Residential areas, sport, football, no, indoor pool. Yes, that could work. Could have an indoor pool here. I think so, actually. Now we get them started on building it immediately. Fully loaded train of work is very good. There are no free flats already. Damn it, people are procreating. 53,600 people in the nation. 80% health, 90% happiness. The overall productivity is 113%. I think that the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture is doing pretty well for itself. Here. Yes. We should now have like an enormous potential workforce. But yes, you're drawn over now. Next time we'll ponder a bit about how to get workers into the oil refineries. Thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.